Hey, I have a question for you. Are you registered for the Find the Time challenge that's happening next week? I know they say most people register within the last 7 days, and a lot of women have already registered. But I have a question. Have you registered? And if not, may I ask, why not? Perhaps it's because you simply don't have time to even think about your time. Perhaps it's because you think you already have time all under control. Perhaps it's because you just haven't made the time to click the link. Or perhaps it's because you think nothing will ever change about your time. Or perhaps it's something else. Now, no matter your reason, there is no shame or no judgment. But may I just share why you should register for the Find the Time challenge? Okay, so if you are the person who thinks that you don't have 4 hours to spare in a week to think about your time and do something about it, may I lovingly remind you that the average person, get this, spends over 4 hours a day on her phone. So this is just 1/4 of it. Plus, I have a feeling if I told you I'd give you $1,000 just for showing up, you would find the time, right? That's because we give time to what has value. Your time is valuable, and this is not only going to help you get time back, but it's going to increase the ROI on it, especially in your business, which could be in excess of that $1,000. So, would that be worth finding just 1 hour a day to join us live? Or at least committing 1 hour a day to watch or listen to the replay? Now, if you're the person who thinks you already have time all under control, may I lovingly ask, really? Because that was me too. Really? Do you have a plan for your time and you stick to it perfectly? Really? Do you not have the unexpected come up that can send you off on a rabbit trail? Really? Do you end your day knowing you gave time to everything and everyone that mattered and still have gas in the tank? You may very well have it all under control right now. But I'm just going to say, there is a difference between managing time, aka keeping it all under control, and stewarding it. You see, having a kingdom perspective on your time and where and how God is calling you to invest it, that is what it's all about. So with letting go of keeping it all under control and learning to partner with God to use your time to build the life and business He's called you to, be a valuable use of your time. Now, if you're the person who knows this would be of value because you know you can't or don't want to keep going at your current pace, running on that hamster wheel all day long, trying to fit it all in and working really hard, but feeling like you're not getting much of anywhere and not really seeing the ROI in your business, and you keep meaning to click that link to register, but what happens? Squirrel, right? And then we're off chasing the next shiny object. If that's you, then this is easy. All you have to do is right now click the link or go to redeemhertime.com/time. It's literally going to take you 10 seconds, and I guarantee you will be so glad you did. But if you are the person who thinks that nothing will ever change about your time, because, well, let's be honest, there are just too many roles, too many responsibilities, too many requests, and there's just not enough time or of you. And besides, your time is probably never your own. And once you think you've got it figured out, then life happens and everything is a chaotic mess once again, or you don't follow through. So why even bother? Because it won't work or last. And you're just not good at managing your time anyway. So you just do your best to just get through the day and leave it at that. May I just say, you do have time, and with God, you can change what your time looks like in your life and your business. But that is not going to be found in just trying to get better at trying to manage your time or trying to get all organized and keep it that way. That's because your busyness, your time challenges, your struggle with time is not a disordered or a mismanaged calendar. It's a disordered and a mismanaged heart. So on the challenge, we are going to get to the root of the problem so that you start believing, number one, you do have time and that your time has value and that God has called you to partner with Him to invest it wisely. And that you don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to stay on the hamster wheel or feel like a pinball bouncing back and forth all day long with whatever seems to come up. Wouldn't that be a much better way to live and spend your time? Then I'm going to challenge you to take your first step to truly changing things around your time and grab a spot for the challenge. And if your reason is something else like, I'm on vacation next week, or I work all day long, I can't take a break, or I already have a meeting or an appointment at that time, then here's what I want to say to you. Don't let time be your excuse to not shift everything about how you approach it and the ROI you have from it, both in the here and now and in the eternal. Because I'm going to be sending out replays each day to those of you who register. So if you can't be in the room, you don't have to miss out. Okay, there. I think I've covered all the reasons that you may not have registered for the challenge yet. So if that was one of them, then I want to encourage you to click the link to do that. But maybe you have another reason why you haven't registered yet. And if that's true, and you're seeing the value of being part of this challenge, then head over to redeemhertime.com/time to grab your spot and 2 free gifts while we wait to get started next Tuesday. And if you still think you have a valid reason why you can't register, I'm going to invite you to reach out and let's have a conversation. Because whatever is in your way of faithfully stewarding your time from God is not from Him, right? So send me a message and just let's chat. And friend, I can't wait to see you next week at the challenge, because I know that God's truth is going to shift everything about not only how you view, but also how you use your time and take you from never enough to more than enough. So I will see you at the challenge.